Good morning, class. Today I'm going to pick up reading on Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And just to give us a quick reminder, Greg and Rowley were on traffic patrol, and Rowley was supposed to bring some kindergartners back, and Greg ended up doing it, and he was terrorizing them with worms. So that's where we are. Thursday. Well, I was up all night tossing and turning over this Rowley situation, but I finally made up my mind. I decided to do the right thing and to just let Rowley take one for the team. So he went in and he says, "I'm sorry I terrorized the kids." On the way home from school, I came clean with Rowley and told him the whole truth about what had happened and how it was me who chased the kids with the worm. Then I told him there were lessons that we can both learn from this. I told him I learned to be more careful about what I did in front of Mrs. Irvin's house. And he learned a valuable lesson too, which is this: be careful who you lend your coat to. He says, I guess this was a learning experience for both of us. I don't think Rowley's going to take this very well. To be honest with you, my message didn't seem to be getting through to Rowley. We were supposed to hang out after school today, but he said he was just going to go home and take a nap. I really didn't blame him because I didn't have my hot chocolate this morning, and so I didn't have much energy either. When I got home, Mom was waiting for me at the front door. She says, "Did you do the right thing?" He said, "Yeah." Mom took me out to get some ice cream as a special treat. And this whole episode has taught me that every once in a while, it's not a bad idea to listen to your mother. He did not listen to his mother. Tuesday. There was another announcement on the loudspeaker today, and to be honest with you, I kind of figured this was coming. Greg Huffley, please report to Mr. Winsky's office. Uh-oh, that's not going to go good. I knew it was just a matter of time before I got busted for what happened last week. When I got to Mr. Winsky's office, he was really mad. Mr. Winsky told me that an anonymous source had informed him that I was the real culprit of the worm chasing incident. Anonymous means that they didn't leave their name. Then he told me I was relieved from safety patrols effective immediately. So we got fired. Well, it didn't take a detective to figure out that the anonymous source was Rowley. I couldn't believe Rowley went and backstabbed me like that. While I was sitting there getting chewed out by Mr. Winsky, I was thinking, I really need to remember to give my friend a lecture about loyalty. Later on that day, Rowley got reinstated as a patrol. And get this, he even got a promotion. Mr. Winsky said Rowley had exhibited dignity under false suspicion. So look at that. So here he's talking to the principal, and here Rowley gets a promotion. I thought about really letting Rowley have it for ratting me out like that, but then I realized something. In June, all the officers in the safety patrol get to go on a trip to Six Flags, and they get to take along a friend. I need to make sure Rowley knows I'm his guy. So he says, "Here, let me get that for you, Captain." Tuesday. Like I said before, the worst part of getting kicked off safety patrol is losing your hot chocolate privileges. Every morning I go to the back door of the cafeteria so Rowley can hook me up. But either my friend has gone deaf or he is too busy kissing up to other officers' butts to notice me in the window. Oh man, I think Rowley is really mad. There he is. So Greg is going, psst, psst. He's tapping on the window, but Rowley is not having it. In fact, now that I think of it, Rowley has been totally giving me the cold shoulder lately. And that's really lame because if I recall correctly, he's the one who sold me out. Even though Rowley has been a total jerk lately, I tried to break the ice with him today anyway. But even that didn't work. Look at here. So, oops, right there. So he's throwing a snowball at him. He says, "Hi, pal." Whap! Hits him with a snowball. Not cool. April, Friday. Ever since the worm incident, Rowley has been hanging out with Colin Lee every day after school. What really stinks is that Colin was supposed to be my backup friend. Those guys are acting totally ridiculous. Today, Rowley and Colin are wearing matching shirts, t-shirts, and it made me want to vomit. Look at their shirts. It says best friends. I think Greg feels a little jealous. After dinner tonight, I saw Rowley and Colin walking up the hill together, chumming it up. Colin had an overnight bag, so I knew they were doing a sleepover at Rowley's. And I thought, well, two can play at that game. The best way to get back at Rowley was to get a new best friend of my own. But unfortunately, the only person who came to mind right at this moment was Fregley. I went to Fregley's with an overnight bag so Rowley could see that I had other friend options too. When I got there, Fregley was in his front yard stabbing a kite with a stick. That's when I started to think maybe this was not the best idea. Look at there, he's stabbing the kite with a stick. But Rowley was in his front yard and he was watching me, so I knew there was no turning back. I invited myself into Fregley's house. His mom said she was excited to see Fregley with his playmate, which was a term I was not too enthusiastic about. Poor Greg. He should have just told the truth. Me and Fregley went upstairs to his room. Fregley tried to get me to play Twister with him, so I made sure I stayed 10 feet away at all times. I decided that I should just pull the plug on this stupid idea and go home. But every time I looked out the window, Rowley and Colin were still in Rowley's front yard. I didn't want to leave until those guys went back inside, but things started to get a little out of hand with Fregley pretty quick. When I was looking out the window, Fregley broke into my backpack and he ate a whole bag of jelly beans that I had in there. Fregley's one of those kids who's not supposed to eat any sugar, so 2 minutes later, he was bouncing off the walls. Look at that. Poor Fregley. He's a mess. Blah, 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 blah. Fregley started acting like a total maniac, and he was chasing me all around his upstairs. I kept thinking he was going to come down off this sugar high, but he didn't. Eventually, I locked myself in his bathroom to wait him out. Around 11:30, it got quiet out in the hallway. That's when Fregley slipped a piece of paper under the door. I picked it up and I read it. Oh, look here. So he's in the bathroom. He slips paper under the door. So it says, "Dear Gregory, I am very sorry I chased you with a booger on my finger. Here, I put it on this paper so you can get me back." Ew. Gross. That's the last thing I remember before I blacked out. I came to my senses a few hours later. After I woke up, I cracked the door open and I heard snoring coming from Fregley's room, so I decided to make a run for it. Mom and Dad were not going to be happy with me for getting them out of bed at 2 in-the-morning, but at this point, I could care less. Look at there. So he's sneaking home. All right, we are going to stop for now. All right, you guys have a good day. I will see you tomorrow.